I just mixed the poison into the drink. My husband appeared right behind me. Luckily, he didn't notice what I had just done. He picked up his glass and left the kitchen. When he sat down at the table, I froze, because I couldn't tell which glass had the poison in it. So I lied and said I had already had a little drink in the kitchen and only wanted to eat now. But he insisted I drink with him, so I nervously took a glass. At that moment, the poison took effect. My husband lost control of his body. He crushed the glass in his hand. He let out a horrible scream and collapsed to the floor in pain. He thought he had eaten something bad. He kept begging me to call an ambulance, and I finally said what I really felt inside.
Die! Please die!
Only then did my husband understand everything, but it was already too late. He soon passed out. I immediately called my lover to tell him the plan had worked. My lover is a forensic pathologist. He arrived at the scene with the police and lied that my husband had died of a sudden heart attack. But the sheriff grew suspicious because he knew my husband had always been very healthy. My lover suggested it might have been a stroke leading to heart failure. Suddenly he noticed the poison bottle left on the floor. He quickly signaled for me to pick it up. Just as the evidence was about to be discovered, I started a conversation with the sheriff to distract him. So the bottle wasn't noticed. My husband was taken to the morgue. The assistant prepared to make an incision to drain the blood, but the body unexpectedly moved its neck. The assistant said it was a normal reflex. As they were about to proceed, the supervisor was suddenly told to stop. That's because I had just insisted the body be buried as quickly as possible, and I wanted to keep the funeral costs low. So they grabbed a cheap coffin, sanded it a little, and painted it. The funeral was held the next day. I was very happy because I could finally be alone with my lover. Suddenly, a dog started barking outside. It was the dog my husband kept. I grabbed my shotgun intending to kill the dog, but I missed it and the dog ran away. Missing his owner, the dog ran to the cemetery and began barking wildly. At that moment, my husband wasn't actually dead, and because the coffin was poorly made, he broke out and climbed out of the grave. He returned home immediately. At that time, I was with my lover getting intimate. Seeing a figure by the window, I thought someone was peeping. My lover went to check and found only the dog had returned home. While my lover was away, my husband tried to get into the house through the garage. But because his leg was injured, he was locked out. So he smashed a window and hid in the basement. The next day I drove back home, and by then my husband had already loaded bullets.
Honey, I'm home.